it's Julie. I am loving having time getting on here and sharing all things Seint with you this summer. So you may have seen some prior posts regarding the Seint Warehouse Sale. Well, today I just had time. I wanted to show you a really artistic, colorful look. I'm going to do a couple of these looks because, as we know, Seint is usually advertised very natural, sheer makeup, but we do have some very artistic colors that we want to try. So I've created my own palette today of colors that I'd like to try on for you. So please subscribe, click the like button, and please enjoy this video. I'm going to get in depth on how to create this very colorful, artsy look here today. All right, thank you for watching. Okay, we have our beautiful Isle palette. This is currently on sale. It's a last chance item, so this will be 50% off. I'm gonna open it, and I have gone ahead and taken some of the items from the 50% off shop online, and I have created a look for today. So let's take a look at the colors we have. So we are going to use, okay, this was my eyebrow color. I love the NV+1 for my eyebrows. I'm a brunette, so NV+1 is currently called Velvet, and it is a contour color, and it comes in a full-size pan, which is equivalent to 2 eyeshadow pans. So this is my eyebrow color. This color is Emerald City. This is Denim Dabadi, and I have to look at the name of this one. Give me 1 minute because I forgot to look. This one is Gold Digger, okay? Gold Digger. And these shades are all on sale, part of the warehouse sale. I know for a fact that these 3 are last chance items, 50% off. I have to check on the Gold Digger. It may be one of the 25% off items, I'm not sure, but I think it is 50% off. Then we have some lip and cheek colors. This is the Tangerine Dream, and this one, I believe, is probably Disco Inferno. Let me just double check. Yeah, Disco Inferno is a gloss. Tangerine Dream is I think a semi-gloss. So Tangerine Dream, Disco Inferno, and then we have Suede Lip Liner. And then I wanted to try the Nutmeg. Is a highlight foundation color for darker skin tones. We're going to try using this as our bronzer today. And then I have the Cedar Contour. We're going to try that on too for our face. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to go ahead and do some beautiful eyes today. I'm going to go in, I think what I would like to do is use the Dabadi as an all over color on my lid. I'm gonna do a really, where's that color? Bright color. I'm trying to do more videos that showcase the artistry of Seint. A lot of people that do Seint videos and social media, they do like a natural look, very earth tone look, and we don't really see a lot of colorful looks. So I kind of want to introduce you to the artistry behind these products. Unfortunately, a lot of their brighter hued colors are going to be discontinued, so we're going to grab them while they're on sale. So I'm going to put Dabadi right on top of the lid, and I can see we're a little bit flipped over on my nose. You have to be careful. Let's kind of lean in a little bit as well. Okay, I can see that Dabadi has a lot of brightness, but if you want it to go on a little bit more intensely, I would take a little bit of the balm. Seint makes a balm which is multi-purpose. You can use it as a moisturizer on the lips. You can use it under the eyes, kind of in the same fashion as you would Vaseline, kind of pre-concealer. But you can also use it to mix with shadows. So I'm just going to take the balm on my finger and go right into Dabadi, and then you're gonna get like a really pigmented blue, and then you can pat that on, and it's gonna go on a little bit more intensely. You can see that, okay? Now with these colored shadows, you might have to go back and kind of touch up your foundation. So I'm actually gonna apply the balm because I like the way it went on over the balm. I'm gonna apply that as a primer on this side. And it's just picking up some of the residual Dabba-Dee. And I'm gonna go back with my brush and go into my Dabba-Dee and go on the other eye. And wow, does that really give you some color payoff? Wow. So I actually recommend applying it this way because you don't want to ruin your shadow by dipping your finger in the shadow with the balm all over it. You want to put your balm on the lid first and then pat over the top. I can see a huge difference between this eye with the balm on the lid and this eye that did not have balm on the lid. So let's pack it on a little bit heavier. Now, when we use colors on the lid, it's always scary, so don't give up. Just kind of continue to blend. I usually concentrate colors like Dabba-Dee just on the area below the crease. So I don't take this above the crease like you saw in the 80s. Yes, I was around for the 1980s and the makeup ads back then. Beautiful work, but totally not exciting today to see that on the eyes. Kind of scary. I'm going to use my brush cleaner on a makeup round. These are also on sale. The microfiber makeup rounds you can use with our brush cleaning spray to clean your brushes. We also have something called the brush cleaning tile. We're just going to take it and just make sure all that blue is off the brush. Okay, our next color that I'm going to use is, I'm going to use this kind of around the edge of the blue just to kind of frame it. We're going to use the Gold Digger. So I'm going to go into Gold Digger. And this is a very easy product to get on the brush. I just love this palette. It has a huge mirror. So I highly recommend this. It's a hard case. 50% off right now. Isle, that's the name of the palette. Comes in 2 sizes. We're gonna take the Gold Digger and we're gonna go starting in the inner corner. Okay, just wanna make sure you guys can see this. And we're gonna arch it over the top. And then I'm gonna pick up a little bit more and kind of go on the outside edge. And then we can flip our brush around and just make sure everything is blended. And I'm just gonna take this right across the Dabba-Dee. So you're gonna notice it kind of softens the Dabba-Dee just a little bit, okay? You can always add more Dabba-Dee, but this is what we want to do. We want to kind of make it more modern. I actually am going to pick up a little bit more Dabba-Dee because I love a little bit more pop of that blue right in the center. We're going to go in on the other side. About to storm here every day at about 2 o'clock here in Florida. It starts to threaten thunderstorms. We hear thunder in the background. Isn't that pretty? Some of you guys are not used to using intense eyeshadows. I know that I had gotten out of using intense colors for a while. It's just doing liner, mascara, false lashes sometimes, where it didn't require me to do anything to my eyes. And I am 45, so I feel like, you know, too much sometimes makes us look a little older. but it's good to use it. It's good to get back to it. Okay, that looks really pretty. Now, often I will stop adding color and I'll go to an eyeliner. I recently picked up some eyeliners from Seint Warehouse Sale. I believe this one was on sale for $10. They have some really excellent all-day waterproof eyeliners. This is, let me put on my glasses, and these are the pair I wear. We're gonna coordinate these glasses with the look today. This is the Stay All Day dual-ended liquid liner, and it has a micro tip. So it has the original black color, and then it has a green color, and I'm trying to look for the name of the color. Mojito and Intense Black. So we're gonna try this liner. This is the Mojito color. Very light green, metallic green, very pretty. And then the black, you gotta shake it up, is going to be very intense. And then this is the black, excuse me. See that? So we're gonna use probably, I don't know if the Mojito is going to really show up on the top lid. Could certainly try. Let's try it. Let's try the Mojito. It does, but it's not enough for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on that one. We might do that one on the bottom lash line, and let's do the black. And these go on really, really nicely. Now I've gotten to the point where I don't really do much of a wing anymore because I like to diffuse the shadow with, I like to diffuse the liner with an eyeshadow. So I'll go over this one with one of our Seint eyeshadows. Move over here a little bit more. So Stila Stay All Day dual tip liners are on sale in certain colors for like $10. And they last all day. If you're someone that has problems with colors transferring, this would be a really good find for you. Now we can try the Mojito on the bottom. Okay, just go right underneath for a little sparkle. Really pretty. And this is gonna stay all day. A very light green gold color, which complements our look perfectly. Okay, so there's that. I don't know where I put the lid. There we go. Awesome product. Now we can have fun with one of my favorite brushes from Seint. It's not on sale, but I do think it is a must-have if you like to play with like different colored eyeliners. Is the etching brush. Let me see if I can get a good view of this. It's got a domed shape smudge brush on one end, and then it's got the paddle, like the square edge on the other. I just, I use this more precise end for getting pigmentation. And we're gonna go in the denim color right here. This is denim, there we go. And we're gonna get some of the denim on the brush. And let's go over our black with the denim. Just gonna push this right to the liquid liner, and it should adhere. It should stick right on top of the black liner. I don't know if you can see that. Absolutely gorgeous. And then I like to kind of smoke up the outer corner. So this is in lieu of a wing. Just kind of smoking up the outer corner instead. And I love that already. And then we want to come over to the other eye and do the same. That denim is gorgeous. So pick these up. They're 50% off right now. They're last chance, unfortunately, meaning that Seint does not intend on bringing them back. And then of course we could do a little bit of this on the bottom as well. Just a nice soft alternative to using black. And I'm using this above the Mojito liquid liner by Stila. So my analysis of Seint eyeshadows is that they're very pigmented, very buttery in application. They're awesome. You could even push this. You could take this square end and just kind of push it into the bottom of the lashes. Do some tight lining. Which I tend to neglect. Now, in my last few videos, I've been neglecting to curl my lashes, and I really want to take the time to curl lashes today. So I'm going to take the Seint. This is the Crescent Moon eyelash curler. We also have a Half Moon eyelash curler, and this one is going to be for more of a deep set eye, where the Crescent is going to be for more of a soft curved eye. So I'm going to do the Crescent Moon to curl the lashes. I think that this makes a nice difference when you're not wearing false lashes. I do my Flutter Habit or Lilac Street extensions at home, lash extensions, every other week, just to give my lashes a nice break. Okay, and then I use our Seint mascaras. Now these are not on sale. Today I'm gonna use just the Lash Leather Mascara. It's a very beautiful package. We do have a trio which offers all three of our mascaras together. So we have the Lash Velvet, which is going to be a very volumizing instant drama type brush. Then we have the Lash Leather, which is a tubing and lengthening mascara. Okay, it has that kind of brush. And then for people that really like separation and a wispy natural day look, we have the Feather. This is the Feather Lash, and it has that beautiful arched brush. I don't use this one a lot because I like my lashes to look dramatic. So typically I do the Lash Velvet on top and the Lash Leather on the bottom. I'm just gonna do Lash Leather today because this one is like, if you're in a hurry, this gives you the look that you're looking for. Gives lots of curl. It's tubing, so it's not going to smear or smudge. I've got a lot of length right now. I really like this mascara. And I love that it's Seint because I just love everything Seint. It's just good stuff. And I am an affiliate, so if you would be interested in having someone to work with on a regular basis recommending products for you and just educating consistently, I'd love for you to be my client. And most of my clients are friends and family that live in the area. But I would love to invite you back to this channel frequently for tutorials, and you can absolutely ask me a question and I will get back to you. I'm not real big on TikTok. I am on Instagram and Facebook. So you can follow me there as well. Now we're gonna do some work on the bottom. I like to use a magnifying mirror when I'm doing my eyes. And I notice that when I use a magnifying mirror, I get a lot of comments or compliments on my makeup look because it's just so precise and clean looking. And you can go back and add just a tiny bit more lift, but once the tube's set, it's kind of hard to add and build, okay? So there's the eye look so far. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move just along. Okay, and we did have one more color that I wanted to add to the look, and we still can. I'm not sure that we need it, but let's get artistic here. And let's do, maybe the emerald could go, this color right here. Let's see if I can get it to, there we go. Maybe the emerald we can do in the crease. So let's see if we can bump up this look just a little bit more. And go right in the crease for a more dramatic look. And this is more of a green. Oh yeah, that is gorgeous. The blue and the Emerald City go so well together. Now what I want to do now is go back to my Gold Digger and just kind of diffuse the edge of the green with the Gold Digger. So this might be more of an evening going out look. Just really fun. It's like a peacock effect. I might even take some of this green underneath just to add a little bit more smoke. So with a smoky eye like this, you can totally do like a lighter lip look. So let's do some contouring now. I look very white because I have these very smoky eyes. So let's do some contouring. I'm gonna take my contour brush and I'm gonna go into my cedar, which is this color here. So I'm gonna go right into that with my contour brush. And we're gonna do some contouring. Give the face some shadows. And I've tried contours from other brands, like Dior has the new stick contours. And I just don't feel like their colors are as pretty and as exhaustive as the Seint lineup of contours are. We have many, many contours. I think there's at least 10. And sometimes you can use like more than one. Like you might like one on the cheeks and then a different one along the edges of the nose. Okay, so I really like Cedar because it's kind of a warm contour, but it's not so warm that it appears orangey. I like to kind of hit up this area here just to kind of frame the face. Not really because I have a big forehead. I know a lot of women like to contour a long forehead. So this is the color Cedar. I've also used indigo, astoria, ash. There's just many different colors that you could use. For the nose, I like to use the, this is the, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Is it the Bright brush? It's a demi brush or a cream color corrector brush. This is not on sale, but all the eyeshadows that I used are on sale for sure. And we're gonna contour the nose. And this is very soft compared to Astoria. For the longest time, I didn't think I needed to contour my nose because my nose is already so small, but it does actually give a polished look when I do contour my nose. So I'm just kind of adding shadows where there's naturally shadows and leaving the areas uncontoured that are brighter. Now to give off a little bit more contrast, I can go into a foundation shade. June would be a really good color to just use with the end of the brush. We go into our June. We're just gonna kind of brighten along the center of the nose, on the sides. As I'm looking at this look, I'm also noticing that when you use these very colorful shadows, I feel like sometimes, you know, two things can happen. Like with false lashes, they either complement the look and balance the look, or they can overwhelm the look. Like they can actually cover a lot of the work that you've done. So I really like how the spotlight is on the actual colors and not on the lashes. So I really like the use of mascara for today's look. Now I do like to use contour along the jawline as well. This gives you that youthful, defined jawline. And then if you have a longer chin, like myself, you can kind of just put a little bit on the very edge, but it's gonna make your face look rounder. Okay, so I'm not gonna worry too much about blending here. I just need to remember to go down underneath this area with a bronzer. And actually that's where I wanna go next, is with a bronzer. So we are going to use Nutmeg as the bronzer today. Yesterday I used Fiji, which is a foundation shade that is 25% off, and it was gorgeous in my reel that I posted, but today we're gonna try Nutmeg, which is lighter. Let's see how that works. I'm gonna grab my blush and bronzer brush and we're gonna go into the Nutmeg and see how that looks. It's gonna be a lot more subtle. Let's see how this looks. And our bronzers like Bella and Xanadu and Palm, High Tide, they're gonna be sheer. But this is gonna give you coverage. You can see how it's giving me some color. So this might be more appropriate for days that you're going out and you want more of that glam look from the bronzer. But I like the Nutmeg. It's lighter, more golden of a bronzer. And again, it's 25% off. And again, it's not a bronzer, it's a foundation shade for women with tan to dark skin tones with a golden hue, but we're using it as a bronzer just because we're artists and we're trying out these sale items and trying to get some items for our makeup bag that might be useful. So you can see how I'm blending the Nutmeg and using it as my bronzer. It's really pretty. I like that, actually. Do you like it? And I just want to confirm that that is indeed the color's name. Nutmeg, yes, Nutmeg. Foundation used as a bronzer. I'm going to put a little bit of demi color on. I like to do demi, or our color correctors, instead of concealer. So in my palette here, I have all my color correctors from Seint. All right, and for under the eyes, it's good to use kind of these peachy tones for dark circles. I very rarely use the yellow. That's gonna be more for like dark purple on light skin tones. But I use these most often, and I'll tell you the names of these in just a minute. So one of the colors is called R03. So this is this one right here. And this one is really good for concealing without leaving texture. So I'm just gonna put a little bit in the inner corner. And I'm using the same brush that I used to contour my nose, the bright brush, I think it's called. And it just gives an airbrushed look to that area. And I like to do this after the shadow because often when you do these colorful shadows, they take away and distract from any under eye circles. So actually wearing these really intense shadows on the eyes takes away from the dark circles that might be hiding under the eyes. I don't notice them as much. Okay, so there we go. Doesn't that look good? Under the eyes. All right, now let's try a blush. The blush that I picked out for today is called Tangerine Dream. And if we need more color, we can go to Disco Inferno. I love our shape brush. This is a fantastic brush. There is a brush on sale that is similar called the I can't remember, what was it called? I cannot remember for the life of me. I'll have to put it in the comments. But that brush would be similar, but more for like powder illuminators. This is great for blush. So I'm just gonna go into Tangerine Dream. And we're gonna apply that, and it gives beautiful color. I like to use like an orangey color with these blue shadows. And it just gives enough color. I don't even know if I need to go into the Disco Inferno. Just a beautiful look. And now we're gonna do some of the Seint lip liner, which is called Suede. It is a last chance item. I really like having a lip liner from Seint, and they're taking it away. So I would grab it, and it's called Suede. It's this color right here. You can see how I put the end of my multitasker brush into that. It's just really great at giving smaller lips volume. And it's a very neutral shade, so it goes with everything. And a little bit is all you need, but it's not warm at all. It's not warm. And I'm going to take some of our Feather Dust blotting powder, which I have right here, and I'm going to go over that and hopefully prolong the wear, because that's my only complaint. Now, we do have a lip conditioner on sale. This one I've kind of gotten other colors mixed in with it, but it's just clear, and it's a cherry scent. And this is just going to help prime the lips. I'm going to go into the Tangerine Dream and just kind of blend a little bit of that over the top. Just love that orange lip with the brown, with the blue smoky eyes. Now, if you want a little bit more color, you could do the Disco Inferno. So we'll just go into there, just a tap, and do just a wash of this color. So I might have to go back and forth between two fingers. So patting with one color and swiping with the other. And that just gives you a brighter look, and that's really pretty. Two things you could use to add more shine. You could do our Seint Diamonds Lip Balm, which I have completely used up. And that just gives like a pinky gold shine to the lips. Or you could use one of our lip glosses. And this one is Chai, one of my favorite lip glosses from Seint. This one does not, this is not on sale. That gives that wet, shiny look. Let's go ahead and do some of the Feather Dust. I like to use this end of the shape brush in the Feather Dust powder and just kind of blur and mattify those areas that can get kind of shiny. And then let's finish off by using one of our illuminators that are on sale. These are 50% off. Okay, and let's use I think we have enough gold. I don't want to overdo the gold, so let's do Starlit, which is this white. I have to be careful because there's a loose one here. That's my Photoshop that I dropped. Let me see. So Starlit is just really opalescent. It's this one right here. Photoshop is purple pink and Goldie is very gold. I like the Starlit. It's really pretty. Opalescent. See that? You have your orange and you have your purple pink. Really pretty. Okay, now I have my hair oil from Seint, which I love the smell of this. Like a cherry almond. And I didn't think I needed this because I do use Seint shampoo and it's amazing on my hair. I use it daily and it gives me volume. It gives me a clean, fresh feeling without my hair being weighed down and without stripping it. But the oil, I just use not even a full drop, just half of a drop. And I use this to tame flyaways and stray hairs. And then I have a brush. And I love my Shark, what is it called? It's like the Dyson Airwrap, but it's the shark. All right, so there is the finished look. I'll just kind of move in closely so you can see it all. Wow, Seint is so beautiful, and these are all on sale. I think I went over everything that was in my palette, guys. Just wanted to share that. The Seint Warehouse Sale, anything that is 25 to 40% off is considered part of the warehouse sale. They're just trying to clear away some excess inventory, but the products are not going anywhere. And then the items like the eyeshadows that are 50% off, those are considered part of our last chance sale. So there are 2 different dates you need to keep in mind. I believe it's July 17th, the warehouse sale ends. So items that are 25 and 40% off will no longer be on sale. And then July 31st, all last chance items will be pulled from the site and will no longer be on sale or be available for purchase. And then these are my pair eyewear glasses. These are the Wanda shape. They're a cat eye, kind of a retro cat eye. And these are the, I forget what they call it, bismuth marble. I don't know if they're still available. And then you might have noticed my nails. Now I'm more of an almond shaped person, but I received these for free in a drawing. My friend Brianna, she sells red aspen nails. They go on like a press-on nail, but the glue is really good. They last over 10 days, and I think they complement this look really nicely. So guys, thank you for joining. If you have any questions or would like to participate in purchasing from the sale and would like to do me a favor, I will put my affiliate link in the comments so that you can purchase. And otherwise I love, helping you decide. Have a fantastic day, everybody, and we'll see you again. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe. That really helps me out. We'll see you again for all things Seint. Bye.